Giudice and sisters take on viral Wicked song from Tonight Show. The Real Housewives of New Jersey's Giudice is no stranger to viral moments. As Teresa and Joe Giudice's eldest daughter, she has experienced life in the spotlight from a very young age. Gia has found herself on RHONG more often as she got older, earning confessionals in the last 2 seasons of the On Pause Bravo hit. Gia and her sisters, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana, are spending time with their dad in the Bahamas. She has been sharing some of her adventures on TikTok, including taking on a Wicked song shown on The Tonight Show. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande performed it for Jimmy Fallon, and the clip has since gone viral. RHONG's Giudice sisters take on viral TikTok audio. Giudice is active on TikTok, often uploading content and replying to followers. Her sister, Melania, is also active on social media, but Gabriella typically avoids being public about her life. The 4 Giudice sisters got together to film their take in honor of using the viral Wicked TikTok audio. Gia and Melania were on the ends as Gabriella and Adriana stood in the middle. They lip-synced with the audio and paired up with the sister they looked most like. Gabriella and Adriana were Glinda, leaving Gia and Melania to be Elphaba. It was an interesting take on the trend, highlighting the sisters and their bond. Giudice often highlights spending time with Joe Giudice. The Real Housewives of New Jersey captured the rough patches for Giudice and her sisters as they dealt with the fallout of her father, Joe Giudice, going to prison and being deported. He initially went back to Italy but eventually settled in the Bahamas. Bravo hasn't filmed him in years, but Gia keeps her followers updated on what's happening with her dad. Earlier this week, the Bravo celebrity captured some moments while cooking with Joe. Her sisters were also there, and they participated in some of the action too. It's been a complicated road for the Giudice daughters as they navigated their parents splitting up and their mom, Teresa Giudice, marrying Louis Ruiz. Gia was a part of RHONG before Bravo paused the show after a very toxic season. A new show is coming with her and several of the other Bravo celebrity kids, which has piqued some interest. Being in the spotlight isn't new for the young adult, and we foresee her remaining in the public eye for years. Giudice and her sisters, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana, had grown up in the spotlight thanks to their mother, Teresa Giudice, and her starring role on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. But as the years went by, the Giudice girls began to carve their own unique paths. Gia, in particular, had become a beacon of creativity and resilience. Now in her 20s, she had established a sizable social media following and was dabbling in music, much like her iconic teenage rendition of Waking Up in the Morning that once took the internet by storm. When Gia's manager called her with an opportunity to collaborate with her sisters on a project for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, she was hesitant but intrigued. The pitch was simple yet daring, a reimagined performance of the viral Wicked song, Defying Gravity, but with a family twist. Fallon's team had noticed how often fans commented on the close bond and playful dynamics between the Giudice sisters. The producers envisioned a segment that combined musical theatrics with the charisma and humor of the Giudice family. The prep. Gia's first call was to Gabriella, the calm and poised sibling who had always been more of a behind-the-scenes presence. "You want me to sing, on TV?" Gabriella's voice crackled with disbelief. "It's not just singing," Gia reassured her. "It's performing. It'll be fun. We'll all be together. Plus, it's Wicked. Who doesn't love Wicked?" Melania, the family firecracker, needed no convincing. "I'm Elphaba. I've been preparing for this my whole life," she declared dramatically, already practicing vocal runs over the phone. Adriana, the youngest, hesitated for only a moment before agreeing. Though shy, she couldn't resist the opportunity to bond with her sisters and step into a world of glittering Broadway-esque costumes and lights. Rehearsals began in earnest at a local New Jersey theater, where the sisters worked with a vocal coach and choreographer provided by Fallon's team. Gia took on the role of Glinda, her soprano surprisingly strong after years of informal singing. Melania's gritty belting made her the obvious choice for Elphaba, while Gabriella and Adriana were cast as the ensemble. Gabriella's understated confidence shone through in harmonies, and Adriana's delicate voice added a layer of sweetness to the performance. A viral teaser. The Giudice sisters' rehearsals weren't entirely private. Melania's TikTok account became a behind-the-scenes goldmine, where fans got glimpses of the sisters learning choreography and laughing over forgotten lyrics. A particularly chaotic clip of Melania attempting Elphaba's high note in Defying Gravity went viral, with Gia dramatically falling to the ground in mock horror at her sister's vocal theatrics. "These girls are the chaos we needed," one commenter wrote. Another quipped, "Broadway better watch out." The buzz culminated in a sneak peek posted by Fallon's official Instagram account, the sisters standing on a fog-filled stage, Gia and Melania in full Glinda and Elphaba costumes, while Gabriella and Adriana flanked them in sparkling green and pink dresses. The caption read, "When Jersey meets Oz, don't miss the Giudice sisters on tomorrow's Tonight Show." The big night. The night of the performance, Studio 6B buzzed with anticipation. Fallon introduced the segment with his signature enthusiasm. "You know them as Teresa's fabulous daughters from Real Housewives, but tonight they're taking us somewhere over the rainbow. And then some. Please welcome the Giudice sisters." The performance began with Gia descending onto the stage in a bubble-like contraption, channeling Glinda with a sparkling tiara and wand. Her opening lines of "The Wizard and I" were delivered with a mix of Broadway polish and Jersey flair, earning cheers from the live audience. When Melania made her entrance, stomping dramatically in Elphaba's iconic black cape and hat, the audience erupted. Her raspy, impassioned delivery of Defying Gravity brought unexpected gravitas to the performance, even as her sisters teased her during rehearsals about her penchant for over-the-top dramatics. Gabriella and Adriana provided a dynamic backdrop, weaving through the performance with synchronized moves and harmonies. At one point, Adriana spun Gia in a playful twirl, while Gabriella executed a surprisingly flawless jazz square, proving that even the quieter Giudices had showmanship in their blood. As the final notes of Defying Gravity echoed, Melania nailed the climactic high note, holding it for several seconds longer than rehearsed. The crowd, including Teresa and Joe Giudice, watching proudly from the front row, gave a standing ovation. The aftermath. Backstage, the sisters hugged and squealed in delight. "Melania, you killed it," Gia exclaimed, still in her Glinda gown. "I'm sorry, but did you hear me on that last note?" Melania grinned, unapologetically fishing for praise. "We were all amazing," Gabriella said with a rare smile, "and we didn't trip over our dresses, so that's a win." Adriana chimed in softly, "Can we do this again? It was so much fun." The performance quickly went viral. Fans flooded social media with clips and memes, hailing the Giudice sisters as the Jersey divas we never knew we needed. Even Broadway stars chimed in, with Kristen Chenoweth, the original Glinda, tweeting, "Wickedly wonderful job, ladies. Oz approves." A new chapter. Following their Tonight Show debut, the Giudice sisters received offers to collaborate on other projects. From TikTok challenges to charity performances, the opportunities were endless. But for Gia, the most meaningful part of the experience was reconnecting with her sisters in a way that felt creative and joyous. "We're all so different," Gia reflected in a post-show interview. "But when we come together, it's magic. Jersey magic, that is." And so the Giudice sisters, Glinda, Elphaba, and their dazzling ensemble, proved that while they may have started in the world of reality TV, their talents were anything but confined to it. The Wicked Witch of the East might have been squashed by a house, but these Jersey girls were just getting started.